Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be talking about goggles. Also, I'm bringing back bungee straps, friends. Bringing them back. John, I can't hug the lane line. The current is so strong. Good morning, everybody. We're ripping some pace. It's going well. This is the set that I just finished. We're calling it the old man set because I'm the only one doing it this morning. And now to finish up, we're gonna finish with one max 50, one bonus 50 all out. See how fast we can go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. That was so much faster. Oh, I'm telling you, the current is real. Yeah, just needed a little rest for the final 50 for me to evolve into my final form. That is it. Morning practice done. 12 50s plus a bonus 50. Not too bad. I finished that whole set in my new training brief, which is actually made out of recycled water bottles. In fact, I just got another brand new Speedo Vibe printed one brief, which you should check out. Okay. Hey Van, you're looking great. You're killing it. Hold down the fort, baby. Hold down the fort. Keep it going. Cody, how do I get faster? I'm a high school swimmer trying to maybe swim in college, just trying to get better. What can I do to get better? Is one of the most commonly asked questions that I get. And here's what I have to say. When I was in high school, I started taking things much more seriously my junior year. I got better in the smallest amount of time that season, that year, which got me ready for college, because I started focusing on these three things. Number one, I started sleeping better. I stuck to a rigorous bedtime. I stopped going to bed after 10 p.m. In fact, I started going to bed a little earlier than that. But I used to stay up till 11, 12, sometimes like 1 a.m. playing video games, and it was killing me in the pool. And when I cut that out, yeah, it helps. Number two, I cut out most of my junk food. Not all of my junk food, still had a little bit, but I used to eat a lot of candy. I loved Skittles, loved them, but I stopped eating that crap, especially before training. That also made a really, really big impact. And number three, this was maybe the biggest thing. My coach sat me down and said, hey, you're getting better at swimming, but you need to get a lot better if you want to swim at a really good school in college. And you need to pay better attention to little things in training regularly, even when you're not going fast. Does that make sense? Because up until that point, unless I was swimming fast breaststroke in practice, I was kind of just going through the motions, which is not really beneficial. So from that point on, every time I was swimming a workout, I would make a conscious effort to pay attention to what I was doing, even if it was like a more slow aerobic set, focusing on body line, focusing on breathing count, focusing on doing the little things like the kick counts that my coaches were instructing me, whereas previously I was just kind of going through the motions. Like, just don't go through the motions. And as an added bonus, one more thing, one of the older swimmers that I idolized, who became one of my best friends, said, Cody, in order to be the fastest in the pool, you have to look the fastest. You have to look the best. Look good, feel good, swim fast. And then he said, get yourself some bungee straps. And I did, I'm only half joking. I wore bungee straps for probably half of my swimming career, and I love them, and I haven't worn them since until today. I think that's one of the secrets of swimming fast. You gotta look incredible. I can't step foot on any pool deck anywhere, especially in the world of high school swimming, without seeing lots and lots of bungee straps, which makes me happy. And I'm gonna throw them on a bunch of different goggles. I ordered a few different pairs of my favorite Speedo goggles, and some that I've never worn before. We're gonna figure out which ones work perfectly and maybe some not so perfectly with bungee straps. We'll start right out of the gate with my favorite pair of goggles. These are my goggles of choice. These are what I race in, train in. They're just, I believe they're the best ones on the market right now because they have the lowest profile, the Hyper Elite goggles. These are the ones you see me wearing in my vlogs all the time. I just quickly realized that in order to put different straps on these goggles, you would actually have to cut
the current strap, which you don't really want to do. Like, the reason these straps are thin like that is so that they're really flushed with your face. Like I said, this goggle has the lowest profile of all of the goggles. It's very much flush with your face, so it minimizes all drag. It also has the largest field of view, the greatest amount of peripheral vision out of any other goggle on the market. So like when you're underwater, you can see the best with these goggles all the way around. I like them just because they look sweet, they look sleek and smooth, but yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to put a pair of bungee straps. I mean, you could if you're goofy and silly, like you could. The OG goggle, the goggle that changed the swimming world forever, the most popular goggle in the world, the Speedo Vanquisher. If you're in the swimming world, the odds are that you have probably owned and wore a pair of Speedo Vanquishers before because they are kind of the goats. I believe these goggles changed the game and became so popular for a few different reasons. Number one, they fit almost everybody's face. Like, everyone can wear Vanquishers. It's just got that really solid universal fit. Number two, they actually look pretty good, right? Like the 2.0s, they look good. Number three, they're endlessly customizable. Like, if you go to the Speedo website, any different combination of colors, it's probably available in the Vanquisher. Super, super durable. Like, they legitimately last forever. I mean, you can wear these things just endlessly. Oh yes, let's go. Let's go. I forgot, this is not super easy. This actually takes a little bit of work to like fish it through. But once you get it perfect, it's worth it. Hair's going up. How do I look? This brings me back. I used to wear pink straps with Vanquishers for years. I think you're a solid 12% faster just by putting these straps on, you know what I'm saying? Okay, my next pair of goggles, the Speedo Speed Sockets. These are the Caleb Dressel goggle, the Ryan Murphy goggle. Lots of very fast people wear these goggles. The Speed Sockets have really good suction, like really, really good suction. Oh, I love that so much. Fresh, oh my. The Speed Sockets have a very low profile as well, but they have lots of suction. So unlike the Hyper Elite goggle, which doesn't really rely on any kind of suction to stay on, it's just so formed to your face and low, you know. But these, there's like a good amount of suction given the fact that it's still low profile, which I think a lot of people really like. Also, the flexibility of the nose piece. Obviously, there's interchangeable sizes of nose pieces for all the goggles, but this one especially, see that flex? Some people like having just the slightest amount of movement on their face when they're swimming. It allows for a little more flexibility, a little more diversity of your nose bridge. You want to look like Caleb Dressel, you probably got to wear the Speed Sockets. You could definitely put, oh, we're doing it. We're gonna do it. Real quick before I rip these off and put the bungee straps on, this lace design right here, that's definitely the best. The way that it loops in and then loops back out, because this allows you to tighten it to like the highest degree possible. You can make these goggles super, super tight. So maybe you're like an 11-year-old with like a small head. I was once an 11-year-old with a small head. Unlike the Hyper Elite goggle, this only gets so tight. But maybe for younger swimmers, these aren't quite the perfect goggle yet, just based on even just the straps, but also it's a larger profile for a more adult face. Whereas the Speed Sockets, the straps get much, much tighter, and then the goggles with the flexi fit, you know, you could fit a smaller face. Okay, anyway, let's take these off. Boom. Just look at this. Look at the suction. No straps. That's how good the suction is on these goggles, right? That's wild. Oh, it's real easy to fish these babies through on the Speed Sockets. Oh, so it took me like 7 minutes to get it on the Vanquishers, because the Vanquishers have like a pretty small little goggle strap hole right there. You see, it's not very big. Easy. I'm thinking this is gonna look real good. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, straight fire. I give this a solid 10 out of 10 option. If you are a Speed Socket kind of person, the best was when I was in high school and I had a buzzed head, right? I had short hair, so my bungee straps are really all that was flailing behind me. Ah, man, kind of miss those days a little bit. Now finally, to round out our goggle game, we have the old school traditional Swedish goggle. Ooh. Oh wow, that's like a tough sticker. That's a tough sticker. Gotta really rip those ones off. I am not the biggest fan of these just because they don't fit my face super well. I don't think my face was designed for Swedish goggles. But there are a lot of people out there that love them, and I guess don't knock it before you try it. I will say, I know that they're very popular with backstrokers because prior to us having goggles like the Hyper Elite that have really, really, really good peripheral vision, Swedish goggles provide good peripheral vision. Like, you can see way off to the side. You physically wouldn't be able to put bungee straps on these goggles because the hole for the goggles is too small. Look at how tiny it is. I mean, it's itty bitty. You wouldn't be able to get it through there. Indoor goggle, outdoor goggle. Boom. I don't like that you can see my eyeballs. Like, I'm looking at the little, I don't like that. Cody, I'm looking to buy new goggles. What do I get? Well, if you are a slightly older, more experienced swimmer, I recommend my favorite goggles, the Hyper Elite goggles. However, you can't go wrong with the Vanquisher. The tried and true, most popular, most common, fits the most faces, and ultra durable Vanquisher, a good option. If you wanna look really, really ripped and jacked and sexy like Ryan Murphy or Caleb Dressel, get the Speed Socket. If you need a little more mobility in the nose piece, the Speed Socket is the way to go. Still pretty flush with the face. If you are an old school master swimmer, you already know you're probably wearing Swedes, but hey, maybe try the Swedes, I don't know. You don't buy bungee straps for speed, you buy it for fun. And I have found throughout my career that as important as working hard and being disciplined and listening to my coaches, having fun is equally important. Because if you're not enjoying it, it's really hard to commit to the process. And getting good at swimming is a long process. It's a roller coaster that we've talked about on this channel over and over and over again. All of these goggles are available at us.speedo.com. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. Also check out the Reprieve Recycled Briefs. I just got this one. It's the dynamic, say that 10 times fast. I know what you're thinking. Random new location. I know, my camera died on me right as I was finishing this video. We were so close to being done at the pool and then it died, so here we are. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, drop a comment down below. Let me know, what is your favorite pair of goggles? What are you thinking about getting next? Let me know. Until my next video, I will see you all later.